John, do you have a question for Duane?
Yeah, Dwayne. Just sounds like you're going to have all your guys back this week. Pete said Brandon should be back, Mike should be back. Obviously, you love the depth there, but how nice is it to have the line at full strength?
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. We had a lot of injuries, a lot of shuffling along the line throughout the year, and so to have our most important game of the season to be at full strength, it's a great feeling to have all the depth that we need going into this game against a very very tough defense, very tough defensive front. It means everything for us.
Curtis.
And Dwayne, kind of piggyback on that, you haven't played a full game together since I think the Miami game way back when. So to finally have that group back, I mean, do you still remember everybody's name, everything? I mean, it's been a minute. Like, how big of a boost can this be for you guys to be all back together?
A huge boost, a huge boost. We have a lot of experience with our starting five, a lot of ability, and the guys that stepped in did a tremendous job. And my hat goes off to them. So just to have this time to just kind of reconnect, and get our chemistry back. It's very instrumental, for us going forward. Like I said, it's a very tough group that we're very familiar with playing this weekend. So to have us at full strength and have this time to get our bearings back, it's going to be big for us.
Michael Sean.
Hey, Dwayne, did you see that there were no charges in the officers who shot Jacob Blake? And if so, what was your kind of reaction when you learned that?
Yeah, so it's disappointing. It's disappointing. It's just another incident that's going on where there's no accountability held and no justice held for a very tragic incident. And my prayers continue to go out to Jacob Blake and his family, and praying for strength during this time. I can't say I'm surprised, but it's sad.
Jen.
Taking it back to football, this is a matchup that you had just a couple of weeks ago. Who has the advantage, offense or defense, when you meet for the second time in 3 weeks?
The advantage for us.
Who does? I don't know.
I mean,
do you feel like there's an advantage on either side?
It's an advantage. I think just for familiarity. You know what I mean? Like we've played this a division opponent. So we're very familiar with them. Play them 2 times a year, but to play them in such a short span, I think just familiarity. It's an advantage for both sides. So it's an even playing field really. When you kind of know what to expect, there's not only so much you can change. In 2 weeks. Especially coming off of a game before, we kind of know what to expect. They know what to expect. I think it's just all about going out and executing, and just having as many self-inflicted penalties and negative plays as possible.
Brady.
Hey, Dwayne, what kind of an advantage has it felt like playing at at Lumen Field this year compared to a normal year? If it has felt like that at all.
I think from a physical standpoint, just not having to travel, you know what I mean, just having that extra time to rest, not having to travel, it plays a lot, you know what I mean, as far as the crowd and things like that. We're missing that, missing that greatly. We would really love to have the 12s in there for this playoff game, but it's everyone's dealing with that, So, but outside of that, like I said, the physical aspect of just having a familiar place, being able to maneuver and go through your routine and everything at home, it helps you out a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, Art, and then we'll wrap up with Jackie.
Duane, I know you're prepping for a big game, but as a person of strong social conscience, have you had a chance to glance at TV today for the events in D.C.? And if so, can you describe your degree of outrage?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I just got caught up on more of it after our walkthrough. It's disgusting, you know what I mean. But this is who we are, you know what I mean. This is what's going on, and it's been incited, and people can't be surprised by what's happening because it's been kind of provoked for a long time, and it's here now, and it's not being met with the same outrage and the same anger as other things that have other protests and things that have happened over the last recent months. I'm praying for everyone involved, for safety. I believe they said some people were shot, injured. So, praying for the best outcome possible in those situations. But, like I said, it's been provoked for a while, so just hoping we can get peace at some point, and that's it.
Hey, Duane, sorry to take away from that and bring you back to football. But when you mentioned this defensive front, what has the addition of Leonard Floyd brought to that front seven?
He's been a really, really big addition for them, and they've always had really good edge rushers. Before it was, Robert Quinn, and they had Dante Fowler, and now his addition, he just brings a lot of speed off the edge. He's a very talented pass rusher, really good athlete, plays hard, and he helps them out in everything they like to do as far as, just one-on-one rushes or line blitzes in games. Really talented football player, and he's had a really good year. So somebody we definitely have to focus in on and control in order to have success. Good to go. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Duane.